Dr. Anders Vahlne is a professor of clinical virology at the Department of Laboratory Medicine at the Karolinska Institute and joins us now live from Stockholm. Thank you for talking to us. We've been using Sweden as this sort of case study where, a comparison to other European countries, they just haven't imposed the same very stringent lockdown measures as other EU countries. What do you make of that strategy that the governments are pursuing?
Well, they're not saying it, but it's pretty obvious that they are looking to get a herd immunity. And of course, we don't know if we can get a herd immunity. And so the strategy has been to not to do as much testing as other countries like Taiwan and South Korea has been doing. And also they have, I think, misinformed the public, saying that if you don't have symptoms, you're not contagious. And children don't get infected, they're not contagious, and so forth. And if you have a family member who's got coronavirus, you can, if you don't have symptoms, you can go to work or you can go to school. And I think that this, among other things, has caused a lot of elderlies in elderly homes to get sick and die. And it's quite unnecessary. I think we should try to see that the infection doesn't get into the public as long as possible, because we know that new therapies are on the way.
It's very different advice to other European governments that have issued very strict instructions to the population. The Minister of Health and Social Affairs, though, did say the government is ready to adopt stricter measures to combat the virus whenever we consider it necessary. How important is timing, though? Is there a chance that actually it's too late to impose very strict measures in the country and actually the peak of the virus is going to be worse as a result of not locking down the country?
Yes, I think so, absolutely. And we are seeing it in Stockholm right now, where we have the most cases. And I think you have to be very stringent right away. So, for instance, like you see in Italy, things seem to be calming down there, but in northern Italy, it's been a chaos.
It's something we've been reporting on. What has been the behaviour of people living in Sweden, just briefly, if you could? Do they seem to be just going out and celebrating it as normal, particularly maybe for this weekend? Or are people looking at what's happening elsewhere in Europe and staying at home more than they would otherwise?
I think the elderly are staying at home more than they otherwise would do. But the youngsters, they go to, as you see, to open bars and they mingle. They don't seem to realize this is a very, very dangerous infection.